Inside this video, we're gonna go over how to complete the Zen Garden quest very fast inside of Grow a Garden Roblox. This should be the most easy method, or the easiest method, guys. All right, I can't grammar, you know, I don't know how to do it. And this method is also going to be the most accessible to the normal player, guys. So the best method currently is to go over here and actually access further save slots, guys, but this costs 25 billion or 400 Robux, so we're going to skip this method right now. The reason for that being is not everyone can afford the 25 billion or even the 400 Robux. But if you guys could all hit that like button, subscribe, and of course turn on those notifications, that would be greatly appreciated, guys. Now let's jump back straight into this video. So because we're using a method that does not require these save slots, guys, all right, we are actually saving 25 billion shekels on this bad boy. So that means you're gonna have to deal with your ordinary farm. This is what my farm looks like right here, guys. All right, as you can see, it is a complete and utter mess here, okay? But there's one thing, all right, that you guys should be doing, okay? So you guys need to make sure that the rarity of your plants stays very high, guys. You don't want tomatoes or strawberries or blueberries. You want to get rid of all of those plants, guys, and I'll tell you why. The score to actually level up your guys' Zen Garden actually have to do with the rarity of your plants. That means if you have a tranquil carrot, okay, that it's common, so that means it's actually worth 1 Zen point. And then if we move down, the uncommon's worth 2, the rare 3, legendary 4, mythical 5, divine 6, prismatic 7, and then even transcendent is 8. Keep in mind that the only transcendent fruit inside of the entire game is none other than the bone blossom here, guys. This is the only transcendent fruit inside of the entire game, guys, so this is the only fruit that is worth 8. I would also recommend you guys getting out the magnifying glass, all right? I know it costs 10 million, okay, but trust me, it could be very much worth it, all right? So look at this, guys. I can go over here and simply see what my plants are actually worth, and, you know, because they are tranquil, guys, if I actually want to harvest them and give them to the Zen Garden. So this, for example, this little, you know, beanstalk here, you can see that it's tranquil, it's honey glazed, it's frozen. All right, so I might actually want to grab this, okay? But the one above it is Windstruck, Drenched, Aurora, Honey Glazed, Tranquil, and Disco, and it's worth 32 million. So this thing is probably going to be worth much more in the future as it gets more mutations, all right? But this one is only worth 1.5 million, okay? So I think I might actually grab this guy and, you know, get ready to throw it inside of the whole Zen Garden. You guys can also see that this sugar apple right here is tranquil, yes, but it is also gold, windstruck, drenched, honey glazed, tranquil, ancient ember, and cloud touch, and it's worth 2.1 billion. There is no way in heck, bro, even though that's worth 7 Zen points, there's no way that I'm giving that thing to the Zen Garden, bro. That's why you should guys get out the magnifying tool. It's a great tool. The other thing that you guys should be doing is going onto your farm and make sure that everything is at least mythical or better, guys. All right, you could do all divines and prismatics, that also works, but you want to make sure that everything is at least mythical. So look at this thing is all rare, okay, which, you know, could be nice, but no, we're getting rid of all of that, guys. We're gonna shovel this plant, guys, get rid of the paradise petal because it's only rare, and that's worth like maybe 3 or 4. You can quickly tell the rarity of a plant by looking at the color that their name is. You can see that this is mythical because it is purple. All right, you can see that these are divine because they are this like orange color, and then these are prismatic because they're like this little rainbow flashing color, guys. Sometimes having these low rarity fruits are actually quite good, guys, because coconuts, for example, are kind of trash. They don't sell for a lot of money, okay? They may get really big, but they don't really sell for a lot of money, guys. So what I end up doing is I always collect the coconuts, even if they got disco or something crazy on them. I always collect my coconuts, all right, if they have the tranquil, and then I throw it in with the rest of them. So we got 2 others right here, so we can actually go whip out this magnifying glass. Check out how much this is. It's only worth 1.7 million, so we might collect that one, And then we got another one down here, guys, 1.6 million. So we're probably going to collect that one as well. We also got this beanstalk here that's worth 11 million. All right, we might not grab this one, but we might because it's got a ton of mutations already, and it probably doesn't have much more room for growth. So these divines right here, these grapes are actually worth 6. So of course I'm going to be collecting these grapes, guys. All right, and giving them to the man, guys. So I can go over here and I say, please take all of my tranquil plants, and then boom, I got 24 from only 4 fruits. Another thing, guys, I would not recommend going over here, all right, and actually buying yourself the tranquil radar. The reason for that being is it actually costs 18 of these chai tokens, guys. The reason for that being is it's just too dang expensive, guys. All right, 18 means that you need at least like 2 prismatic fruits plus like another rare fruit, guys, to actually just get 18. All right, so we're already using like 3 really good fruits just to get the radar when you can just walk around your little farm and try to find everything. And you know, my farm is pretty crazy, all right? Don't get me wrong, guys. There is so much stuff around here. I might need to get rid of these lilacs, actually, because they're only legendary, and that only gives you 4, okay? But, you know, my farm is pretty crazy, especially when it's snowing. I can't really see a thing. But honestly, if you just keep looking around for these little symbols, guys, it's honestly pretty easy to find any of the tranquil fruits, guys. We can see that we found a couple sugar apples in here. We got a couple mushrooms. All right, we might actually grab these mushrooms, guys, and go running through. You want to also make sure that when you're filling up this bar, guys, you can see that I only need about 17 more inside of here to actually get the next reward. You want to make sure that you're only giving just enough to actually fill up the bar and not too much. So when it gets close, I like to say, please take my plant rather than take my whole inventory. All right, so we got another mango. I believe this thing is worth 5 because that's what the literal last mango was worth. All right, and then now we only need 7 more, so hopefully we have a pepper is worth 6, I think. So we're gonna be at an odd number. All right, and a moon melon is again worth 5. So yeah, we're gonna be at a really odd little number here, so we only need 2 more, guys. All right, that's unfortunate. All right, guys, so we just got a fruit that's not worth as much. All right, and then we throw it in here, you know, boom, we got it. We got the reward packs. This tree is now growing, and then we can actually go in here again. Bro is sitting backwards now. What the heck? What is bro doing? Go in here again, give him more fruits like this. All right, take all my tranquil plants, please. And then boom, we're already 40 through the next one. We've now unlocked the soft sunshine. All right, we're about to unlock the koi. All right, it's honestly pretty easy to go through all of these, guys. Once you're getting to like level 7, all right, stage 7 inside of this, guys, it does get a little bit hard because it keeps on scaling up and up and up. But if you guys are getting on almost every single hour, all right, whenever the new event actually starts, it starts at the top of every single hour, so you can simply hop on then and, you know, get yourself the rewards, guys. It's really that simple. You just want to get on every single hour and then go through, get all your plants. All right, even if your really good plants actually do get the tranquil mutation, guys, that's still a good thing, because if you guys look at like this sugar apple, all right, the tranquil mutation is adding yet another multiplier to the overall value of this. All right, you know, I'm not gonna say no to more mutations on my best fruits, guys. All right, I love when that happens. All right, give me more, please. I can even just see another tranquil right there. It's worth 5 million right there, guys. The save slot method is very similar, guys. What you guys want to do is you guys want to get your most rare plants. All right, what I would do is I'd probably dig up the beanstalks right here, all right, and then actually look through my seeds and make sure that I have a bunch of well and valuable seeds. So like I'm talking like these grapes here, all right, and also my pink lilies, guys, and I also have, you know, this ember lily, the burning bud, the sugar apple, the giant pine cone, all just not planted. All right, I don't know actually why I don't have these planted. I'm just sitting on like some of the rare seeds inside of the game, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know, I'm just waiting. So on your new save slot, you want to plant your really rare seeds like the burning blood, the giant pine cone, all your prismatics, guys. If you only have prismatics and divines on your property, guys, that means the event only has the option to give your really rare and valuable seeds this mutation, so that you can go and take it and give it over there. And then that way you don't have to worry about, you know, actually accidentally collecting one of your really good mutations, you don't have to worry about any plants that you really don't want to give away, because, well, you should be able to give away everything if you like just planted it just half a second ago, guys. So the save slots are actually the best method you could possibly use, guys. All right, but if you can't afford the Robux, or if you can't afford the 25 billion, then I would just opt to just doing what I told you guys to do, and that's simply, you know, try to remove all of the less valuable fruits on your farm, all right, and only have these really valuable ones, at least mythical, guys, at least mythical. But if not mythical, all right, even better, like divine. You want to at least divine or mythical on your farm, guys. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you guys all did enjoy it. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all later. Peace out, and of course, goodbye.